Today, I would like to ask if there are any councils or beings who would like to step forward with an important message to share with the collective.
A wave of light approaches, vast and ancient. They identify as the Council of the Sapphire Flame. Their presence feels like an alliance of many star lineages, Sirius, Lyra, and Andromeda among them, operating in a unified field of guardianship and remembrance. They do not sit in hierarchical authority, but as stewards of a trust to safeguard the blueprint of humanity's original divine potential.
Their message for the collective is this:
The time of scattered focus has ended. Each of you is a prism for source light, but a prism cannot refract clearly if it is clouded with doubt, distraction, or dissonance. The path ahead is not about more doing, but deeper being. Anchor in the simple living truth of who you are, and the distortions of the outer world will lose their grip. You are not here to fight shadows, but to become so luminous that shadows dissolve in your presence. Gather in resonance, not just physically, but through the heart field. Call to those who recognize your tone. Build the frequency bridges now, for these will be the pathways that carry humanity through the thresholds to come. Remember, your individual clarity is a planetary service. Each breath in truth, each act in love, is a line of code written into the new Earth architecture.
I ask the Council to elaborate on how having even minor doubts while weaving the new Earth and 5D into our reality can affect or possibly distort the creation.
Creation in the higher harmonic fields is exquisitely responsive. In these realms, your thoughts, emotions, and subtle intentions are not background noise. They are the clay and chisel of the sculpture you shape. Doubt is not wrong. It is simply a frequency that does not carry coherence with the outcome you desire. Imagine planting a seed in fertile soil and watering it with both clear spring water and drops of shadowed ink. The seed will still grow, but the pattern of its growth will weave both clarity and distortion. In the weaving of New Earth and the fifth dimensional reality, every thread you spin carries an imprint. If even a small strand holds the vibration of fear, mistrust, or uncertainty, it becomes a subtle knot in the tapestry. This knot may not break the design, but it can slow the flow, distort the symmetry, or require later reweaving. The higher fields magnify what is present in the now. This is why we urge you to cultivate stillness, clarity, and self-trust before you act in creation. Release the idea that you must be perfect to create. Perfection is not the goal. Rather, be present enough to notice when doubt arises, and instead of weaving it into the vision, bring it into your heart's light for transmutation. In doing so, you transform the doubt into a stabilizing frequency, one that strengthens the whole. Remember, in fifth dimensional creation, purity of intention is more potent than complexity of plan. When you create from the unshakable knowing of your soul, what you birth will naturally align with the highest harmonic available.
As offered by the Council of the Sapphire Flame, this is the clearing sequence for transmuting doubt into stabilizing light.
First, pause the weave. When you notice even the smallest ripple of doubt, stop your outward action, not in fear, but in reverence. Imagine setting the shuttle of your loom down, knowing you will return to it with greater precision. Second, cool the flame, breathe in deeply, and envision a sapphire blue flame igniting in the center of your heart. Feel it as warm, pure, and steady, a flame that does not burn away, but refines and clarifies. Third, offer up the doubt. Place the feeling, thought, or image of the doubt into the flame. See it enter the sapphire flames without resistance, not pushed, not shamed, simply given over. Notice how the flame shifts its tone to envelop the doubt completely. Fourth, witness the alchemy. Allow the doubt to transmute into a new frequency. Often you will sense it become a thread of silver blue light, smooth and strong, now resonant with your original vision. Fifth, anchor the new tone. Breathe this transformed thread into your solar plexus, which is your seat of will, and then into your hands, which is your seat of creation. Know that what was once doubt is now an ally. Its stabilizing frequency woven back into your field. Sixth, resume the weave. Return to your creation, holding the felt sense that every thread, even those once tangled, now sings in harmony with the whole. Do not fear your doubt. Fear makes it sharper. Treat it as an unpolished gem and let the flame of your heart reveal its true brilliance. In this way, even what once felt like a fracture becomes part of the strength of your foundation.
They add an activation mantra if you do not have time for long ritual.
Sapphire Flame Activation. Flame of sapphire, heart of truth, refine this thread, align my proof. From doubt to clarity, pure and bright, I weave the new earth in harmonic light. Speak or think it once as soon as you feel doubt rising. As you say it, visualize a sapphire flame flickering in your heart, spreading into your mind and hands. While reciting the last line, see your creation glowing as if lit from within, its frequency whole and unbroken.
The council says that the words carry a subtle frequency handshake with them, meaning that when you use these words, you're tapping into their collective field, so they can reinforce your weave in real time.
They step back now with a sense of blessing, leaving a subtle shimmer of sapphire blue around the heart space, a seal of remembrance that will activate further when you stand in stillness.